everybody. This is Christina and Candice. We are coming to you first thing in the morning, so this is going to be as authentic as we can possibly be. This is going to be about spirituality. What do you call them? Oh my God, I already forgot what they were called. Conspiracy theories. Candice loves conspiracy theories. Wait, like kids, real life shit during awakenings and trying to be spiritual and also trying to live a human experience. So Candice, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your beautiful Bible boy?
What's up, people? I'm Candice. This is little Kaden. You'll probably see the rest of the fam here at some point. I've been thinking about it. I'm gonna talk about my kids and my family like y'all know us already. Yeah, and I'm just gonna assume and act like you do. I've been thinking, I think we should really maybe call this an off the rails session, because we tend to not have a railing as we discuss all the fucking time. And so I think that that's the most authentic version for us. So yes, it's going to be about, spirituality and conspiracies and just all the fucking things. All the things is what we're going for. So hopefully you guys vibe with us. Today, we were actually just talking about authentic selves this morning, and what's authentic to us. And we've discussed setting this up. Now that we actually are, and we are here, we're talking about what's most authentic to be here. And that is just being literally present. That's being present sitting with this kid. That's being present, sitting in my sweatshirt in my house with my fucking slippers and my coffee, right?
Yes, I am looking up the word authentic because this is just who I am. So let's dig in. Okay, authentic means of undisputed origin, genuine. Okay, is that the definition we want?
Are you going? Okay, later, mate.
Let's go with this. What is your definition of authenticity? What do you think it is?
That's a interesting question.
Oh, and while she's thinking, we fucking curse here. Like, I put on lipstick and look how dry my lips are. We literally just talked about that. Like, we're not gonna hold back. I'm probably gonna talk about childhood trauma a lot. Like just I'm just saying, just be ready. Okay, go.
I'm ready to segue already. Here we go. You know what I heard this morning? That the reason we forget our memories because of fucking childhood is because when you block something out, when you hold your feelings in, that's what blocks the memory, is you storing your fucking feelings. Is everybody listening to this shit? So when you have a feeling, oh, I'm getting truthies already in the arms, a little bit of neckage.
She calls truthies goosebumps or truthies. Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, it's like I'm hitting the frequency of the fucking truth. I hit the right frequency saying it, and I can feel it in my body, and I'm getting them all over now. Yeah. The truthies, the chills. So yeah, the feeling, when you take a feeling and it's something, you're upset, mom, dad, whatever, and you store that in your body, that's what causes all the fucking blockage, all the childhood blockage.
So I've talked to so many people, and we used to have a shadow work group, and I don't think any of us could remember any childhood memories. Like, okay, my brain is processing.
I know, I had to do that this morning.
Okay. So holy shit, this makes the emotion code even bigger.
It's heavy. That's heavy. It's still sinking in for me. I heard it and I was like, oh, I got to remember to tell her. I was going to write it as a topic, but I was literally like left speechless for a minute. And I was just like thinking about that. More truthies. That explains so much of what happens and why it's blocked. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be extreme is what I was going to say. I was going to give a poor example, but it doesn't have to be these extreme things. Like when I brought it up to my brother originally, like, oh, I blocked it out, my childhood out because of, trauma. He's like, you don't have trauma. You were never raped or this or that. I was like, whoa, first of all, let's not even unpack that. But I was like, you clearly don't know what trauma is, A. But B, now knowing that anytime you're storing a feeling, now let's bring that into this existence, into the here and now. Even as adults, if we're not being our most authentic selves now, if you're interacting with someone and you're not expressing that feeling and you continue to push that down and tuck that away, you're still going to continue to forget. That's probably why my memory has gotten so much better as an adult.
Yes.
Because I'm living my most authentic life, which we can totally go back to on the definition.
What's interesting here, I'll write it down because I'll forget.
Good move on the notepad. I'll join you in on
that. So by the way, I just wanted to bring up Emotion Code is a book by Dr. Bradley Nelson. Absolutely remarkable. You can read this book and do this shit on your own and start releasing stuff. The shit that comes up, it's so heavy. And you can even ask your body, like, do it is, I'm gonna give my plain example. I'm so excited. Okay, so I haven't flown since the last time I saw Candice. So I want to say I am, but I'll say I was very scared of flying, like fearful. No reason other than you're like in the sky. Like, I mean, that's a big reason for me. That's a big reason. 10,000 feet or whatever in the sky, no big deal. So I have this massive fear of flying. I don't care what the science says or what statistics says. You can get hit. I've never been in an automobile accident. It means I'm never gonna die. What if there just happens to be a bird on the runway? Like, I don't know. I think about this stuff, Candice. Plus, right before I saw her, I read a book. I forget the name now. I probably blocked that book too. About a kid going down. He was the only survivor in a plane crash. I read this right before I flew 5 hours to go see.
Checks out. That was a good move. Yeah, do some good research.
He's definitely my bestie. The only one I'll go fly 5 hours for. So anyway, I'm reading this book, The Emotion Code, and I'm asking myself, like, why do I have this fear of flying? Is it from a past life? Like, where's the trauma? In this book, you go through, there are certain questions that you ask your body, and it said in utero. I got this fear of flying when my mother was pregnant with me. So I went to my mom, because she and I have a good relationship now. Went to my mom, asked her what the fuck. The worst flight of her life was when she was pregnant with me coming over from Japan. She said it was traumatizing. It was terrible. And I have a fear of flying now. Hopefully I released it. I haven't flown since. My flight back was fine.
Like, yeah, we had discussed it though. Do you remember? We had discussed it. You were doing energy protections at the time.
Yeah.
Energetic bubbles, all that stuff. And we had totally talked about that.
It's amazing.
We did a lot of shadow work on that. It's cool you bring that up too. I've been called to do more, what is that? The mother's womb healing. Something's telling me, and going back to more inner child stuff. I only barely grazed the sand on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, fuck, that one's heavy. I just read, oh my gosh, let me pull it up. We're going to segue again. Here we go.
Mother's womb is amazing because heavy. Grandmother and great-grandmother, and I have my great-grandmother's ring, I think, and that bitch hated children. And I can only imagine, like, my DNA, like I was in her uterus. That's still confused. The science on that is still confusing to me. But like, that's some deep shit. She hated children. That came down through my mother, you know? Like, wow. Damn. Yeah. What were you gonna say though?
Yeah. And then even if she doesn't want to, that makes so much sense. Thinking about some of the stuff with your moms. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's deep, dude. The family generational pass down is so fucking deep.
So my mom, don't forget, you're looking up a book.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, my mom, what I know, because she forgot most of her childhood too.
Hey.
What I know is that, so my great-grandmother was terrible to my grandmother, and my grandmother was terrible to my mother. And my mom and I just talked, I don't know, a couple months ago, I don't know, about how she has a memory of, I was being too slow in the bathroom. I was supposed to go to bed, and she threw like a baseball into my stomach. I don't remember that. Trauma. She still feels bad. I don't remember shit.
Oh my gosh, you have to go white light that little Christina.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
got, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so, doesn't that make all the sense in the world? When I heard that, because we've been doing this for how long? You've been doing shadow work for how long? We've talked about the Body Keeps the Score, which supposedly is a lovely book that I've never read, but I feel like I get the whole gist of that.
Yeah.
But it's still, I'm sure it would still be good to read. But we've talked about so many things with shadow work. Christina's been doing shadow work for fucking ever. I'm only probably, I don't know, a couple years in, three or so maybe. I'm not really sure.
We naturally do it though.
Yeah, but I mean like deep diving, like prompts, questions, fucking something comes up. I'm like, oh, there's a shadow. And then I start digging it down, you know?
Yep.
And I've never heard that piece of information. So for that to just come up and have it all such a big aha moment for me and have it all click, it's just about the feeling being tucked away. Oh, and now I can think about any time like when I wasn't, and still have a hard time processing sometimes when my daughter's fucking crying, that wail crying. And it's just like, for God, one day it was like a half hour long the other day. I made so much space. I did so fucking good. You'd have been so proud of me. Oh my gosh, didn't bother me. But before I would be like, can you please go in the other room? Like, and it makes me feel fucking awful. Like I feel awful. But think about, I'm creating a shadow. That's literally the definition. She's going to be, she could have been blocking. That could have been just done blocked out. Who knows what parts get blocked out? It's not obviously just that fucking moment. Sounds like it wipes all kinds of shit. Lines are fucking hazy, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I mean, the more you know, and I'm trying to do the thing, but
you're doing so good. Like, man, any parent that knows, like, oh, I think I'm creating trauma. Oof, we said it yesterday. Knowing is half the battle. Like, seriously, give yourself some grace. Because you know when you're trying to give her space, not yelling at her, just saying, hey, I need a minute. If my mom would have said that, first of all, we wouldn't be here right now, right? So, okay, thanks mom, thanks dad for being crazy. And also, like, she's gonna be okay. I always say that here's your parental trauma that they give you, and then we can go way over here or way over here.
You're so right on that. I talk about that with Brian all the fucking time, and it's so much easier to see, obviously, in other fucking people because you're not in the shit. But man, he would just totally 180 on the things. Brian's like my bestie life partner. Yeah, we just totally, you can see the 180 in the swing. And that's so not the way you want to go for that, you know. It was either, you know, here or over here, and used to say that, and I didn't really get it till I'd see it in the example. You don't want to fucking just throw your hands in the air, you know. Yeah, it's wild. That's so true.
I love this though. That means that the emotion code is even more important if our memories are stuck that deep. I was telling Candice the other day that my guides were telling me that I have more. I'm an introvert, but I'm not a person that shies away from telling my story. Like, you guys are going to hear a lot of shit. I'll try to at least do, like, if we're going to do a trigger word or trigger warning, like for the R word, like.
Oh, I think I already said that earlier. The whole thing's a fucking trigger warning, dude.
Oh, that's true.
The whole show's gonna be a trigger warning. Right. I'm not good at that, but we could go back maybe and watch it and
yeah, I'll just put a big TW on the video. There we go.
Yeah. They're all trigger warnings.
That's what we
should call the show, is trigger warning.
It's off the rails. Make up your mind.
No, it's legit off the rails.
Trigger warning, off the rails.
No, it'll be off the rails, and then you have like this little. Oh my God, that is so cute. You know how they do? Sorry if I'm screaming at y'all. Those little X's with the crossings and like the things for the railroads, for the train. That's the word, train. And they go like this in the fucking stripes. It'll say trigger warning. That's so fucking cute.
Don't forget
That
that.
is so fucking lit.
Don't forget that. I love that. As you
Yeah,
can
I'm
tell,
glad you're writing this shit down.
this is the first episode. I'm loving this already.
Me too.
So did they tell you? I love scientists. They're like, oh, by the way, this is a thing. Well, now what? Did they say now what?
Oh no, that was legit the whole video, and this girl's just like mind blown by it. And I mean, we both just did the same thing. We're just like loading, loading. You know,
That's
you
what
see
I did. That's what I did. Like,
yeah, straight up. I'm still processing it. It happened like an hour ago. Man, it did so much. I didn't even like jump to call you and tell you. That's like the biggest fucking news. And I didn't just like call you right away because I'm still like downloading what that fucking means.
yeah, it means that our poor bodies. Okay, so I'm going to talk about body for a minute, and this is deep for me. So people, I get emotional, I cry. I'm going to cry for Candice too. Like, I'll just cry for everybody. Like, if she gets emotional, I'll cry for her.
I'm gonna hug us all.
Yeah, for real. I got us. I got us. We went walking yesterday. My husband doesn't love to exercise. I mean, if you're into astrology, he is a Taurus, like he's a Taurus. So I'm on this whole protein fucking deal. We got to talk about that later.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Maybe not today, but Jesus. So I go to get dressed because it's 77 in Louisiana. Like, it is nice right now. I mean, what day is it? March 4th? Beautiful, beautiful weather. I go to put on the shorts that I wore for summer last year and they did not fit. And I can feel that frustration in like societal, when I was younger, the thigh gap was starting. Like, my uncle, he was a friend. We're not going to bring up the R word with this uncle. I remember him saying, if your thighs are up together, then you're fat. I was like 14. That dude was also in my bedroom at night. So pick a lane, dude. Which is it? Like, how do you? Oh, this goes with authenticity too. I didn't want to wear a pair of shorts that were super comfortable, so I wore jeans and I was warm. So instead of wearing super comfy shorts, which show everything because they're cotton, I wore jeans. Like, I think when we walk today, I'm gonna fucking wear shorts. If somebody doesn't like it, they can, like, I'm gonna call you because I'm not gonna tell anybody to fuck off.
Oh man, my friend would tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, there you go. How terrible is that though? Like, I didn't want to wear shorts, but the amount of distress that I'm feeling right now, that I've gained so much weight. My husband, Paul, is so wonderful. He's like, you look beautiful. What are you talking about? Wear your shorts, be comfortable. And I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, I literally was warring with myself because I didn't want to, I don't want to show people my legs. Like,
and this is recent. Do you think this has to do with that fucking shadow? Oh my gosh.
Which shadow?
I know. I don't know. Pick one.
Pick one. We'll get a dartboard.
Shadow, any shadow coming up.
Or
you get a prize.
That Plinko game. I don't know. Weight is just a big. I think that's how I'm going to work on my authenticity. How do I feel right now? Do I feel like wearing shorts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's such a societal thing. I was just talking to this about Brian. I was like, he never in his life has he ever been like, I'm too fat to wear this outfit. I don't look good in this. He gets up, he puts on fucking shorts. He puts on the closest pair of shorts, the closest t-shirt, whatever's most accessible to him. And if he's showered, we're doing fucking good. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't go look in the fucking mirror. He's not doing, I know there's guys that do that, and I love that. Yeah. I'm not saying there can't be, this other side of things.
Both, yeah.
But I'm just saying, he societally speaking, they don't have to, and they never fucking have. He's never once been like, I'm too fat for my fucking shirt.
How terrible is it though that Paul was, you heard me, we were on the phone. Paul was wearing a shirt that is totally faded that I got him from Valentine's last year. And I should go get it. It's dark blue, so it has dog hair all over it. We have dogs, who cares? It has a hole Like I'm like, babe, you're gonna wear that? He was going to Walmart. Who, if he does see someone we know, we have dogs. People, you know this. Everybody that knows us knows we have dogs.
Is that what
But
it was? You were embarrassed for him?
I don't let him leave the house with me looking like that.
Okay, well, there's definitely some pride in taking care of yourself, right?
Hi, baby.
You auntie.
Hi, baby.
Gentles, okay? Yeah, there's definitely pride in taking care of yourself.
Here's a breaking question. What is up with this generation? With our little feral children? What even generation is he called?
Oh, I just looked it up. Hold on, because it goes every 20 years, right?
I don't know.
I just learned that every 20 fucking years. There's a new generation. Now we all know.
Okay. I'm Gen X. We're forgotten anyway. I don't give a shit. Caden is his own generation.
What's the matter? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, tell her.
They are generation what? That ain't right. Generation. I was gonna say beta. Alpha. No, he got wrapped into alpha.
Alpha just came out. Okay.
No, he got roped into alpha. So it goes alpha's 2010 to 2024, and then will be beta. Did you know alpha renamed themselves? They were supposed to be something else, and then they renamed themselves. That's lit, dude. I love these new kids. People talk so much shit on these fucking alpha babies, beta babies. I'm all about it, bro. I'm all about it.
Ask him a question. I love this. When Candice and I are on the phone, we'll talk about something and he will agree or disagree somehow in baby language. Like, I fucking love how connected he is and how quickly, like, if Spirit wants us to know something, he will yell it.
Yeah, and gets like overly excited and shit.
We get it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're connected all day. Theta beta state all day, right?
Caden, are there aliens?
Oh, he cannot hear you. Hey, Caden.
Oh, shit.
His new thing is shoving his finger into his nose and just chilling. We just keep it up there nice and deep and then just chill.
Chill.
He's cool now. We got Miss Rachel on. She's cool. We never did this with Kaya, but yeah, he digs Miss Rachel. He's looking for a little snacky boo.
I love him. I love his hair. He's so freaking cute. Okay, so to go back, what is your definition? I don't think we ever talked about it. What's your definition of authenticity? Not what I did yesterday.
I mean, so it would be something along the lines of, for some reason right now, I keep feeling the vibe to say something about being in the here and now, because what authenticity was for me, like you just said yesterday, may not be authentic for me today. I'm allowed to change my motherfucking mind, right? So, you know, I might have felt one way yesterday and I don't fucking feel that way today. And you cannot hold me to, I mean, you know, I don't even want to say within reason. Like, I can think whatever the fuck I want in this moment. So, I also want to say something about it kind of being, again, like I talk about with I can't even think of what, but like your life's purpose or what, choosing what to do, like the path of least resistance for you, you know? And that doesn't necessarily mean it's not the easiest path. It's exactly. That's right. That's exactly what she was talking about. He came off to just be like, yeah, path of least resistance. I mean, most natural isn't really the answer either, because what's natural to you might be a fucking trauma response. Yep. So that's a really weighted question that is kind of a underrated question, actually. And we should really be discussing it more, because we also learned, tell me if I'm fucking wrong, that authenticity is the highest vibration, not actually that of unconditional love. Fucking mind blown. If that's true, they did test. You talk about it. You probably can say it better than I can.
Well, I told Paul this because Paul is the most authentic fucking person I know. And what's funny about that is I call him an asshole because he's an asshole. He calls himself an asshole. We have a very loving relationship, if you can't tell. he will be so authentic that he doesn't like put on those societal brakes. You know what I mean? And he will just be like blunt. This is how it is. And I'll look at him like, oh my gosh. So literally yesterday, I was telling, oh no, Saturday, we were driving home from grocery shopping. We were talking about vibration, and I'm like, I got that love vibration. I got it. Are you looking it up? Because
I'm doing a little something over here. Yeah.
It's okay. That's okay. So I got the love vibration in spades, but being authentic is difficult for me. Also, human design, which we'll have to touch on one day. But in my human design, it's natural for me to kind of be that chameleon, but he is himself 100%, no matter, except for around me. And I think this is where his trauma comes in, because I was super toxic for a super long time. So he would do something and I would get pissed and I would let him know. But I would let him know in a way that's so much like his dad that it would trigger him. So now that I'm more patient and I'm able to be like, oof, I'm feeling this trigger. Like, can we talk through this? Can we communicate? Whatever. Now he's learning that I'm not the Christina from 10 years ago, that I'm this new Christina and it's okay. I want him to be who he is around me, but when I hear him at work, like he just, or if he's talking to anybody else but me, he just doesn't fucking care. Does not think about me how you want to think about me. But with me, yeah, he pulls back a little bit. Yeah. Wasn't it the Shara that said that?
A trigger or a trauma response?
Oh, it's 100%, because Lyle was his dad was very strong. And I'm very strong. And he just didn't, Paul is so strong. And he just did not know how to work through this presence that remind, like, I have stuck up to Lyle so many times. I never saw Paul stick up to Lyle, never once. And they were moving, we were helping them move in the middle of a hurricane in Maryland. It was pouring, we were all so tired. I think we were on like our 18th win. And Paul did something that Lyle literally told him not to do. And he pulled the van, because they lived kind of on a hill. He pulled the van up and he got it stuck in some mud. Lyle is down the hill yelling at Paul, and I could just see Paul's light just draining, and this is long before I was like openly spiritual, knowingly spiritual. I could just see Paul losing himself, and I was so mad. So I'm up on the hill in this like torrential downpour, we're in a hurricane, yelling at Lyle for yelling at Paul. It was a mess. Never once saw Paul. So I'm opening him up to knowing that he can have a voice that doesn't agree with me. It's hard for him. Like, it's hard. I'm still looking up his authenticity.
I actually, did our derailing, and I was looking up these I keep seeing these assholes live forever sweatshirts. Man, this fucking jacket's $300. I don't know this company, but I keep seeing these assholes live forever. And when you started talking about Paul being an asshole, that's what I was thinking about.
I'm telling you, it's because they don't have that empathy, that like deep ingrained empathy that I have, which I really think comes from trauma for me. And of course it does. Like, I don't want anybody else to live a life like I did. There's another train. Sorry if you can hear that, people.
It's perfect for the train segue. Yeah. Looking up the definition, the quality of being authentic. Well, fucking thank you.
Well, I'll tell
fully
you what,
trustworthy. I mean, more like, and then they said self-knowledge. I mean, knowledge of the self, I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Genuine. That's a better thing for me.
Yeah. This says, The highest emotional frequency isn't love. In fact, it's authenticity. The
Oh,
frequency of authenticity is 400 times
yeah.
higher than that of love.
They did like some experiment. I can't remember who it was to give them credit to, but we watched somebody talk about how were able to measure this, measure the fucking frequency or vibration, and authenticity, yes, was 400 times higher. I mean, then unconditional love, that's fucking unreal. You can be an authentic piece of shit then and still be keeping the vibe high, which is actually kind of cool and kind of makes sense because not everybody's going to be out here fucking love and light all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And to get there, especially with just eons and eons and eons of trauma, it makes so much sense for creator to have something if you're just in your natural state of being authentic. But society wants us, here goes Candace's conspiracy corner. Society wants us fucking not non-authentic, you know. They want you to fucking conform and to fit in these fucking boxes, you know. And that is the definition of inauthenticity is being what somebody else wants you to be, looking the way someone else wants you to look, dressing the way someone else wants you to dress. And that's just surface level shit. I'm not even talking feelings or vibes or anything deep.
Yeah.
We're just talking, but what that's how they get you. That's how it goes. That's how they get you, bro.
It reminds me of DNA. Like your great great grandmother is taught this, and then your grandmother is taught that, and then your mom, and then you. I have fucking pink hair right now. It's actually not as red as it normally is. And look, I'm going gray as shit.
Like, it looks cute. It's got like a silver fade and it like almost looks like a periwinkle kind of at the top. It looks like you did a pink to light purple gradient.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
Like an ombre. Oh, I love it. I love it. Don't dye the gray. It's so cute.
But the only reason I was able, if you remember a year to my mother-in-law's death, that's when I decided I needed to express myself. And this was the weirdest, most fun way of doing it, even in Baton Rouge. Like I don't care if anybody has a problem with it, they can tell me. Nobody. So I've had this for 2 years now. Not one person. As a matter of fact, I get compliments. I get compliments when I go out because this is who, and actually pink is now my favorite color, which is also kind of weird for me. Like I'm used to black.
It's funny you say that. We learned that I learned this from one of my teachers, that the higher heart chakra is actually teal. And that explains so much. You know, they tell you to like wear a color if you're trying to work on that chakra, right? Why everything I had picked over the last few years has been teal. I've got a teal yoga mat, teal chair outside, all the clothes I was picking and bracelets and jewelry and all my shit was fucking teal, for like hard teal for like a long time. And I think that's because you're internally and internally navigating, and your body is not knowingly doing something to help you align. And it's so beautiful to see that. And so I think now you having this such a high fucking vibration, that of unconditional love, truly, I believe, which is why it makes sense for you to fucking be more aligned with fucking pink now, you know? I'm telling you.
I like me some pink though. Like for real. But teal was my favorite color for the longest time.
Yo, I'm telling you, I'm just like a couple steps behind you. I always feel like that. I know we're not supposed to compare. I know that. But something you did like 2 years ago or a year ago, whatever, I'm like, oh, I just fucking hit that, you know? And I see all these little steps, and everybody's path is different. Absolutely. Yep. But I can see myself taking some of the similar steps that you've taken. I'm just like, I love them. Just couple steps behind on the staircase here, bro.
I love it. Isn't it nice though to have people, because you're ahead of me on some things, and I'm like, how the fuck does she do that? Like with your writing and shit, channel of writing, I want to do that so bad. Like, isn't it, even though it's comparing, you're like, hey, she's doing this modality, I want to fucking go do that.
I feel the same way with your fucking mediumship shit, dude, which you don't even think it is, and it 100% is. We'll have to get into all of this too. We're looking closer to 10 minutes here. Right? Ish? Yeah. What time did you start this one? Yeah.
But it was late. We were late, but.
All right. So maybe a half hour, but it 100% is. It 100% is. and you just pause for a minute to let these things come through. That's why writing is so much easier. And actually, it was a couple months ago, we were in an AZ group. She was, man, I'm nuts. She was talking about doing, someone in the group was talking about automatic writing. And I'm literally driving home. Don't do this. And I pull out my phone that's got the pen, right? Got this fucking Android. And I'm like, I can do that. And I just fucking whatever weird, wacky confidence. And I just start doing it. And I did not, it's whenever I don't expect anything to happen, right? It's the no expectations. It's like manifestations, right? I think that's why I'm so good at the manifestations. And I just start fucking writing. And I wish I had those notes still. They were all deleted or whatever, but my phone got wiped. But I instantly had connected to someone on, I might misspeak, but they were like some local, I don't know what I mean by local, space station. And it was a human though, the first time I connected. Can't remember the dude's name, but he was human. And we were telepathically connecting. Wow. And I didn't think anything came from it, but I went back at one point and I was reading some of these notes and they were telling me, keep doing the writing, don't start channeling. And what did I fucking do? I was like, I can channel now. Like I just deep dive into fucking whatever. But I have this, it's when I go in, it's like with the channeling, when I started doing that, I go in with this like zero expectation. But like, if I know someone else can do it, then I think I can fucking do it. The mediumship's harder for me though. I think because I'm so fucking busy mentally, it gives me something to do. But when I channel, unlike when you're channeling, I have to go into like a deeper meditative state if I'm not writing. I have to like really do the breath work. And I don't mean box breath work. I do circular breath breathing. But in one side, out the other. And I think of it being a shape. And then I have to like do a guided meditation where I mentally walk myself through steps to calm myself and to focus on my check in with my body and this and that, But you can just do the thing, man.
I think the only difference, maybe, because like you said earlier, every path is fucking different. I've been channeling. I probably have been. I was about to say I've been channeling for a year. But I probably have been, because you get answers and you don't even know.
Literally, for a while, she didn't even think she was channeling. She's like, I want to channel. I'm not channeling. We went back and forth for a solid month. It's just a word. The word just, it sounds like you're gonna be Daryl and Bashar, it's just like all this, whatever, You
know what I think? I forget the name of the movie, but it's an Agatha Christie book. And the movie just came out. They're in Italy, and it's so good because in the movie you don't even they did it so well. It looks like it's going to be scary, but for anybody that doesn't like scary, it is just a mystery. And you have the greatest detective, and he is there. He's supposed to be retired. He's there to check out what's going on. And this lady is a medium, and she's like channeling. So I think I have this big thing in my head, like you're supposed to have a table and do a seance, and it's supposed to be dark, and you're supposed to have candles, and hey, candelabras, and what about a chandelier? And
yeah, it's got to start. No, here I go again with my conspiracies. That's what they want us to think. That it's only one guy. It's the chosen one, the Harry Potter of them all. And he's the only one that can do this shit. He's special. Not all of us. Of course, all of us can fucking do it, but he's special, right? And it's like this magical thing that only he can do. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
What if we all started thinking we were special? Because we all are. We all are. I got some self-worth that I got to work on. You told me that the other day. Thank you, Candice. More self-worth, like Jesus Christ. If we knew that we were all special and we could all do this, we could all do this.
That was super deep. That was really big.
Huh?
Uh-oh. I said that was super deep and very big. No, it was really good.
Not like your emotion thing though.
I gotta take a 2-second poopy break. He's stinky. I'll be right back.
Is it a stinky break?
Be right back. So I made this those egg wraps of spinach. You blend up some spinach. I had a mixed greens. It was spinach mixed greens with some egg. And then you cook that and you make like a healthy protein wrap out of it. Man, the texture, it's just straight eggs. Obviously, I don't know what I thought it was going to taste like a tortilla. It does not. It tastes like eggs. Textures eggs. They're in this green, lovely. It's all right. He liked it at first when it was hot. I mean, it's a good way to get his greens in. He likes eggs.
Yeah.
But now that it's not hot, he's like, what is this funk you're trying to feed me? What the hell was that?
I would love to talk about protein tomorrow, though, because right now I would love to talk about the Schumann resonance, if that's okay. And that case that you sent to me about the octogenarians.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. And I've got another thing for it was on the Schumann resonance Facebook today.
Yeah.
The thing I was going to jump into. I cannot not remember why I was going to talk about it. That thing I was like, oh yeah. But it was on the Schumann. At some point, I'm still going to read it. You can tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
I've got the girl's name to cite her or whatever. So
nice. Yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Oh, all right. Okay, so yesterday was 3/3/24, and it says message for the beings of light. Again, this was on Facebook. Take of it what you will. It was on the Schumann resonance page, whatever. Yeah. This portal, okay, message for the beings of light. This portal ends the pressure, but it doesn't end the alchemic mutation that has taken place for months. This portal invites.
I'm just saying, I'm already going to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's ending the pressure. Did it end yesterday? Can you tell my brain that?
Yeah, no shit. Last night, man, I'm telling you, I don't normally drink like that. And I'm telling you, every time that shit pops up, you know what's weird though? When we were looking at the Schumann resonance, the clip I sent you that you were bringing up, all red, solid red, which is supposed to be trauma releasing. When I went and Googled it, or releasing trauma blockages, when I went and Googled it, it doesn't show that. When you go actually Google the Schumann resonance, it doesn't show that. But I'm telling you, energetically, it was there.
Okay.
Because every time I really feel like having a drink, like a serious fucking drink. These things are like 8%. Like I do not drink like that. And I had some wine with it too. Yeah. That's not like 2 max. I drank 2 of those bitches and some wine. That is not an unusual thing for me.
Paul drunk. I mean, he drinks beer, but he drank last night too.
He did too. I'm telling you, every time I'm like, something's going on. But when you go Google it, go look it up right now. While I read this shit, Schumann resonance, and then it's same spot, Italy too. I'm telling you, it was not fucking there.
Damn, interesting.
So I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna go back to conspiracy theories, back to the man.
But also, I had dreams last night. I did forget to do my fucking protections. I don't even know why, because I have been doing it diligently. And I had a dream about visiting my dad at work, which wasn't really traumatic. I don't know, but again, who knows? Memories aren't there. Visiting my dad at work. He was a mechanic, so I know that like oil smell when you take your car in, there's like that is everything smells like oil or grease or gas or whatever. Like I know that smell. It is deep in my brain. And my mom telling me to get the fuck out of bed. Like same, dream as it went through last night. So yeah, but go ahead, keep reading.
Interesting. Now that you're comparing or relating it to that, and what was going on energetically. Oh shit! I told you this has never happened, and I'm seeing auras right now. That's weird. The Fool card kept coming up, which is like new beginnings, right? Which actually would relate to this, I suppose. Yeah. That's fucking weird.
No, that's amazing.
Need more berries? I gotta get the kids some berries. This portal invites you to connect to universal love, to open yourself to all possibilities. I found a symbol that means universal love, and I was drawing it on accident the other day. It looks like a I can't think of the word right now, like a Trinity symbol, like they're all connected, like swirl loop, swirl loop, swirl loop, and then that bottom tail spirals. Oh, French kiss. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to get his berries.
Send that to me and I'll read it while you're getting him berries.
Yeah. I love that. Sorry, boo-boo boy.
I love this.
This portal invites you to connect universal love, to open yourself to all possibilities. Let me know when you have it. It requires you to align with your inner child. There it is again, in order to perfectly align with universal power.
Ooh, yeah, I got it.
The connection between the worlds plural, is so powerful. That's why many evils emerge and we feel like failing at times. Don't be afraid. Your body is aligning. And that's why we have been on standby for the past 2 months. See more. I don't know what that fucking means. I don't know what that fucking means.
You know what's funny about the last 2 months though is people call depression deep rest. And I've been actively depressed.
Yes. You know what else? This also aligns with the new year, the legit new year.
Yep. Yeah.
No, all the work, like people at first, when I first heard these kids doing these, breaking down the words, at first I thought, I mean, obviously it ain't a coincidence. Don't believe in those. But at first I thought, okay, maybe we're reaching a little far. But the more words they break down, it's all of them, bro. It's fucking all of them. Words are spells, quite literally. I don't know if you people are witchy or not, but straight up facts.
Well, we are, so it doesn't matter. All words are our symbols that we put meaning to. So we're just putting a deeper meaning.
Right. Did you see that? Did I send you that fucking TikTok or Facebook reel or whatever, where the way we got language, it's rooted based off of the Greeks, which is based off of wherever it originally came from. I can't remember. And then the symbols were actually turned on their sides, put together, and those represent all the fucking zodiacs. And that's why they always say it's written in the fucking stars. And my brain just exploded.
Love that.
Holy shit. I mean, it's all literally so interconnected. It's insane.
Do you want to get him berries?
We need berries.
Yes. Yeah, bear. Give me some too. Okay, let me see. Where did she stop? Where did she stop? Don't be afraid. Your body is realigning, and that's why we've been on standby for the past 2 months. I really do think that for me, I have called myself emo since before emo was cool. Sorry, my puppy was walking around. And in the last 2 months, I have even been like, and I'm on depression meds, and I'm even like massively, I'm just feeling it. You're asked to connect to the worlds beyond the earth so they can help us and give us proper help. Actually, I'm going to pause this for a second. I think she's going to want to talk about this.
Okay, and we're back after our very, very break. Okay, don't be afraid, blah, blah, blah. You are asked to connect to the world. Okay, oh my gosh, are you ready for this, Christina?
That's why I stopped.
I appreciate it, because when I got here, I was like, You are asked to connect to the worlds beyond the earth, so that they can help us and give us proper help. Does this segue into the alien chat now? Man, if straight up, being so forward, if you do not think that aliens exist, you need to close off right now.
One of our chat, yeah.
I mean, you can stay for the shadow work, that's all fine and dandy, but I am just saying.
Here's the weird thing though, like with all of this, I've always believed in aliens. Okay, so I've told this to Candice before, but I was that weird kid that was trying to figure out infinity while I was laying in bed at night. Like how is infinity a thing? How is it a thing? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. There has to be a stop and or a beginning somewhere. My brain cannot, it just can't. But the universe is so, like, we can't even imagine how big the universe is. We're life. Why can't, and we're still finding new species on Earth. We found like a new sloth the other day, like a new little guy. I think he was in Australia too, with teeth. If I ever get to edit, if I ever figure out how to edit, I'll just put the little guy up.
Oh my god, I love that.
He's so cute, but he has teeth. He's a rabid little rodent.
You need to see him.
Yeah.
Get on it. I'll get on it.
So we just found a new species. How can aliens not be real? Like, your scientific brain kind of goes, no, there has to be existence of other life. There's so much life. There are crabs and sharks that live in lava, in legit lava. Like, that's life insane. Can happen. No,
Regardless, you're also thinking, I mean, these are planetary examples, earthly bound examples.
earthly, yep.
Earthly bound examples. The Bashar, if you guys don't know Bashar, run and go find out. Channeled by Daryl. Bashar talks about one of the first laws. Creation just is. You are alive. You are here. Creation just is. There isn't a beginning or end. And I'm butchering this for sure, but it just is. And we, that's where so above and so below, I'm saying it wrong. You know what I'm saying though, right? It's all interconnected. Everything is and is without. We are everything and nothing, because there is no end. I mean, we don't have to put an end to it. Oh, I'm getting truthies in my legs this time. Yeah. We do not have to put an end to it. It is not necessary. It is not necessary. It's a human, all the truthies, my whole body. Yep. It is not necessary. We don't need to put confines on our fucking selves. That is about another point about being special, just believing, because we don't need to fucking know. We do not, just believe in the existence of that, all that is.
And it is fun. It is fun. Okay, so I had a fun experience with a mouse, a large mouse, that sadly passed away. Poor little guy. They say that drowning is supposed to be the best way to die. That's what I keep thinking. But I mean, I keep.
Who says that?
People. I almost drowned, and you know what I was doing? So I was like 15, and it was raining really hard, and we're in North Carolina, and we're going down this tubing. We're tubing, and I decide. This is probably another one of my heights thing. I decide to go over this little tiny waterfall. It looked like a tiny little waterfall, right? It was only like half a foot. My inner tube somehow pops on some rocks or whatever. There wasn't even that much water. Dad said that I was just rolling. I'm just rolling. You know what I remember about that? Like he had to come save my ass and get me out of water, and I was like choking and everything. Again, probably traumatic. I almost died. I don't remember anything, but looking at the pretty rocks on the bottom of the fucking river, they were so pretty. I just wanted to touch the pretty rocks. I knew that I needed to like grab them to like stop my momentum, like in the back of my head, but my mind somehow was just, that's all I remember. It's pretty fucking rocks. I don't remember choking or anything.
What's interesting about that is in that moment, you weren't meant or you weren't forced to like shove any feelings down, make your dad feel better, do any sort of people pleasing. You could just be in that fucking moment. And that seems to be the only moment that wasn't like taken from you.
And it was still, but yeah, okay. I see what
I'm relating it back to the fucking feelings thing again. Yeah. And about it taking away memories. Yeah. Like you didn't have to.
That's traumatic. The traumatic portion was like, I deleted that.
Yeah.
And I kept the beautiful portion.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Which is probably
that was allowed or allowed in your brain. I mean, your brain still made space to keep that. That's so interesting.
Yeah. That's all I remember.
So what happened? Yeah, it was really the name of the sloth was the southern maned sloth. December 29th, 2022. I think, can't be sure. His head is shaped like a coconut. Three-toed sloth. Is that him?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I mean, he's cute.
I don't know. Does he have like little tusks?
Can you see?
No, he's a new guy. So this was a completely different guy. So that means there's two different species.
Wow. Yeah, it says newly recognized species of sloth has a head like a coconut. He's so cute. I mean, he looks like a freaking coconut.
Looks like a coconut.
He does. Look at his little hair, his little brown hair. He's so cute. Okay, so we are literally finding things all the fucking time.
So there has to be.
You know, and that's funny you say that, because I used to think for a minute, I don't know, I just got stuck in the box thinking that, you know, whatever's gonna, God, this sounds so narrow-minded, that everything that's invented is already invented, that all the species are already discovered. I remember thinking like that less than 5 years ago.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's amazing how my scope and perspective.
Yeah, look. That was his answer. How silly are you? You're so silly. That is not right.
Oh, I know it. He says, we was crazy. Woo, we was crazy.
I love it. I have to talk about really quick. How can we look, we can do it on this podcast. This would be so great. How can we do that video that you sent me where they were studying the octogenarians?
I was thinking about it. Okay, so first problem is that you and I don't have, okay, let's just explain what we're talking about. I seen this video. They did these experiments about these octogenarians. Cool fucking word. That just means someone who's in their 80s. I was like, that's sick. And they divided them into groups. Group A, control group, group B. They had them think about their past and being a child. Group C was actually put in a home that was decorated and remodeled to look like their childhood fucking homes. So what's cool about this is, go ahead.
I listened to it twice, 3 times, I don't know. I couldn't get it around my brain if it was really truly redecorated or if they just put pictures and dates up. So I know they put pictures of themselves up 20 years prior. So they were in their 60s instead of 80s.
Yeah. Okay.
And they put newspapers with that same date. So they would have been in their 60s thinking of that date.
You know, that's not even all that fucking deep.
I know.
You know, that's really what it reminds me of inner child work, which again would be so challenging for one who doesn't fucking remember, but why it's so important. But I think I struggle with that so much. Anyways, you know, if it was set up to be remodeled, that would be so challenging for not only some, but all of us. Yeah, literally. And especially those of us that don't fucking remember. But if it's not, and it's meant more on, I mean, the date thing, I'm not sure how you know, newspapers with the dates, that ain't good. I don't feel like that's going to fucking do anything. Now the pictures, the young pictures, you know, what's also interesting, my brain's getting conspiratorial, is how we used to have these photos up. Like if you go in a grandma's house, she's got all these photos up. She's got photos of what her mom when she was young. She's got photos of all the kids when they're young. She's doing fucking great too. But we don't do that as much in society anymore. We do the glamored baby shot photos, but that doesn't really, I mean, at least from my life's perspective. But it's just interesting
like that,
how that's kind of been woven out and having actual hard copy photos. It's all turned digital and we don't have as many like out and about. That's just interesting. I don't know what we could do, but the results of this experiment was that these people were taller afterwards because they stood up, you know, had better posture. They had more energy, right?
I mean, they were getting men and women to carry their own luggage, do the whole nine. So the study looked at their picture before and after, and people said that for the people that did this, that actually did the C group, they looked younger in their after picture. They actually looked younger.
And they would age gauge them through groups of, you know, outsiders looking at their photos. Yes. And that just shows mentality is so important, which again, going back to conspiracy, which is why the school system, man, we're going to have a whole fucking chat about the school system and all of in society, they want us to grow up so quickly. And that's so not what we should be doing.
Yeah, I didn't love PE when I was a kid. I did not love PE when I was a kid. Plus, man, in the 80s, we had, I don't know what you had when you're in school, Candice, but we had that fucking, I do remember Red Rover. That was fun. That was fucking fun.
Because it's supposed to be games. They make you run laps and all this structured shit. That's what's so cool about these fucking homeschooled systems. I mean charter schooled systems. For the hour or two that they're doing their PE or whatever it is they're doing, they're playing games.
Yeah,
it's not running laps. You have to run the mile, walk the mile. It's just putting these kids in constraints. Man, the more I talk about it, I hate that I had to put Delilah back in for the time being. I swear, when he's a little bit older, I'm pulling her back out.
It's okay. Think of things like this, and I'm going to go back because I want to do this experiment so bad.
All right, let's try it.
I'm not a sports person. I'm not a sportsman. I'm just, I will hike maybe under a little bit of duress. I do like getting into the woods though. Like the woods are great. I don't like hiking on concrete. Like we live around a lot of concrete. But so in 5th grade, unfortunately, this is the same year that the Challenger blew up, which is like that's a year I remember. Holy crap. Different kind of trauma, you know, not like physical trauma. It was like weird trauma. Anyway, so we were doing this sporting event. Nobody wanted me on their team. I'm a reader. I read books. Put me by a tree with a book and a snack. I'm fine. So nobody wanted me on their team. So we're doing this relay race. I hauled ass and my team won. Maybe not because of me, but they didn't lose because of me. They didn't fucking lose because of me.
Hey.
I remember this is fucking 5th grade. 5th grade. And I kind of think that started my exercise movement. Like I really enjoy exercising. That's kind of interesting. I'm just kind of putting that together right now. Anyway, so for my experiment, I want to, because we don't really have pictures of either. I mean, I have this picture of Lily and my mother-in-law. That's my picture. And that was 2007. So my idea is to take, because Paul and I don't have a lot of pictures. We have pictures of us at Disney, but that was all when we were in Florida. Great. So my idea is to take these pictures and put them around and put the date of the picture. Like, so for us, those were all around 2007. So just put the date of the picture on the picture.
Okay. I hear ya.
And hopefully this is my thought anyway, our brains will see. And also what?
Oh my gosh. You know, what's so interesting about it is derail. I don't like the happy birthday song. I think it's also a bad spell. I think it's like not only is it deep, you're right. Absolutely. It sounds like a death song, death march, but it reminds you every year that you're getting fucking older. Why do we need, we sing it because it's for fun. And then we eat this fucking high fructose, bad sugar, poison, shouldn't say poison, not the best. I shouldn't say not the best. We eat this shit that lowers our vibration.
Yeah.
And we celebrate when we put the candle, you blow out the fucking intention, first of all, but you do all these things to remind yourself that you're fucking getting older. And I don't like it for that reason. In fact, it's funny, a couple of years ago, I started telling myself that I was, because my daughter thinks I'm 27 and I love that. So I started saying, yeah, I'm 27. That's what I'm telling other people. And we celebrated 26 this last year. I said, I'm going down in years. Motherfuckers are tripping. I've been going down. I wonder if there's something to what I've been actually doing by telling myself the opposite. I don't need to place an age or a number. I bet you psychologically it's the same thing. I bet you it's the same shit.
You know what's funny?
And not singing that song. Do not sing that song. That's what I think.
Do the Emperor's New Groove.
What's that?
Happy birthday from all of us to you.
Okay, but don't you think subconsciously that happy birthday, it's already programmed, bro? We know what that means. That's why I say, if you've noticed the last couple of years, when it's someone's birthday, I say happy celebration of life.
Yeah.
I've already changed the verbiage, bro. People think a celebration of life is like a death thing, but death, rebirth, it's all the same anyway. But that's why I changed the verbiage. I always say it's my or you could say another year around the sun, because that doesn't mean that's cool. I like that too. Yeah. But it's the verbiage, that birthday. I don't want any of that.
Birthday. I like it because that is here's some childhood trauma. And then we're almost done for the day. I'm going to recap for us. It was the only day that was my day.
I'm not saying I don't like having a special day. I do like it. One of my biggest love languages is gifts.
Gifts, yeah.
So I like it. That's why one of the reasons we get, because we both want to show love in that way, show and receive. Did you know also, just because your love language to receive is one way doesn't mean to show it could be another. Just because my love language is gifts does not mean I receive love in that way.
And
interesting.
As you clean up your trauma, it can change.
And mine totally has. It's getting less gifty and more acts of service, I would say, is definitely a thing. But and I can feel that starting to shift too.
It almost pisses me off though, because Paul's acts of service pisses me off is the wrong, but it is. It
That's authentic. Let it be.
Pisses me off because he's acts of service, and I don't want to be. I don't want to be. And
I feel the same way with the gifts. It seems so materialistic. Capricorn nature, we are fucking materialistic, but I don't want, like, it sounds nicer just to have, like, that's so inauthentic though. Affirmations or whatever. It sounds because of what society has made it, again, it sounds like greedy or fake. But it's not. That's not how I mean it. You can bring me a rock, and I'm just like, oh my god, I love crystals. But I was like, oh my god, you got me this rock. I kind of brings me flowers all the time that she picks.
You know why? Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna bring every fucking conversation back to trauma. I always do. I always fucking do. Gifting. If you take the time, I am a good gifter. If you take the time to get me something that I like I'm gonna be so that is oh my, that's time. That is act of service,
literally, especially if it shows, yes, if it's something that you like and it hits right. Versus just like something that you picked or that you like, really. Or did something, the time to create is probably the biggest one for me, that someone's actually made is and like all, like the majority of your gifts are all creative ones for me, and I'm obsessed.
I do like creative gifts. Paul got me this little orangutan. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little orangutan. I think I already showed you. Don't call him a monkey, he'll be mad. So our favorite author is Terry Pratchett. So he got me this for Valentine's, and I'm looking, it's a beautiful necklace, like it's perfect. I love the length, I love it. But it's an orangutan. What does that mean for Valentine's? Like I had to sit there and think about it, like,
that's Brian. I wanted this nose ring. The thought was there. He got me a new one, but it's this bird claws holding these red balls in each hand. So I'm gonna put that in because I have the septum done. It's gonna look like two big boogers, you know. It's like it's got claws, and it's just what? I mean, if I like birds or the color red, or it's just
Ooh, the color red. Ooh, can we go into? We're gonna have to do that another.
What we should do is hit the button on this one and just go to the next fucking thing and clap it as a second session.
Okay, great. Let me recap.
Okay. She's got a recap, so just stay for the recap.
Body keeps the score. I did not write the author. I forgot. Dr. Bradley something. That is definitely a good book to read.
Okay, Caden agrees.
Oh, no. Body Keeps the Score is not the book to read. X that out. Body Keeps the Score is a book, The Emotion Code. Read The Emotion Code. Body Keeps the Score is a book written for and by psychologists, psychiatrists. So you understand the human brain. It doesn't help you through trauma. So if you're reading that shit by yourself and you don't have friends with you, it's deep. Of course, I fucking read it by myself because, let's dig ourselves into this hole. Let's do this. Emotion Code, however, that's the one by Dr. Bradley something, Jansen, whatever. That one is so good. Definitely recommend. Being authentic can change. I love that. Moment to moment. Fucking do it. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about food and protein and love languages probably later. Oh,
Schumann, I'm halfway through reading that transmission from that gal. I didn't even cite her. Let me say that really quick, just in case. It was by Crystal Eagle. She posted it, I think yesterday. 3/3/2024. It was on the Facebook on the Schumann Resonance page. I'll finish the other half of it in the fucking next episode. That's so fucked up. Sorry, people.
You have to come back to get more.
You gotta come back. You gotta come back. We even pissed the baby off. It's not cool.
Oh no, baby. Oh, that was the bubble.
Did you see that?